Hello everyone, this is Godzilla1. I'm back with another Minecraft mod showcase. And this will be part 4 of my Kamen Rider Craft V3 mod showcase. And to do it, we are going to have to go through this creepy eye portal. To the Nether, which hopefully will load properly this time. Okay, good. The last time I tried this, like I said in the last video, I did record a lot of this stuff before, but the lag was just so horrible, I had to just scrap it. And actually, we can see some of the new ore right there. But this was where it really got bad. Like, the stuff in the Nether with this next rider with Ghost was so bad that I could barely move. But anyway, let's move on to Ghost. There's now Icon Ore, which I think was already here, but there is also Nether Icon Ore, which, if I'm not mistaken, is for the Necrom stuff. So you get blank Gamma Ghost icons from that ore, which can be used to build the Necrom stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everything Necrom related is crafted using that stuff, which is kind of cool. But anyway, let's get this started by just showing off that some things have changed. And I'm just going to redo everything with the Ghost stuff because all of the Ghost stuff has been updated so much and there was barely any when I first did this. But anyway, Henshin into Kamen Rider Ghost, who has speed and invisibility, which doesn't really count. I think creatures do ignore you with the invisibility on. But all of his weapons are now available with their own stats, starting with the Gangan Saber, which he used in this mode, which has 9 attack damage. So pretty cool. I do like this. Like, I do like everything with Ghost. Like, Ghost has this really cool design to him, and he's one of my favorite riders. I think I mentioned this in the previous video I did with him. But now all of his icons do have their own potion effects. So let's get into this with all of his. Well, yeah, he's got a lot of them, really. Like, he did get the lion's share of power-ups and stuff. So, Billy the Kid, Beethoven, and Benkei. So let's go through these and show you what their new potion effects are. Edison still has speed and invisibility, no different. Musashi gets haste 2 on top of the invisibility buff. Newton gets jump boost, and this is not your normal jump boost. This is like a wicked, insane jump boost. Like, I'm pretty sure I can jump from the bottom of this hill to the top of this hill in one leap. Yep, and that caused lag. So I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, Newton gets this insane jump boost, which I really do like. I must have accidentally loaded a new chunk. But Robin Hood, which gets night vision, which is kind of cool. And he also gets jump boost, not the insane one that Newton gets. But he does get a jump boost, and he gets night vision, which does fit his archer theme. And this is also a good chance. I should also do this. If I get the Edison icon, it does come with the gun now, which does 6 attack damage, and of course can be shot like you would expect. The Musashi icon, which I'm using the ones that he used in the show. So with Musashi, which I will demonstrate here in a second, you get the dual sword mode. I should have done this already. But you get the dual sword mode. Dual wielding is not available automatically. You need to like have battle gear or something. But he did get the 2 sword mode, which do 8 attack damage for both of them. Actually, I'm just going to throw these in here because I'm not going to show you them again for other forms. But anyway, if I move on here, we can go to Robin Hood's. Also, there's the Naginata mode, which I think he used in his base mode, but it does have that cool, bigger texture that the weapons have now, which is awesome. And it does 10 attack damage, so pretty strong. Next we have Robin Hood, who we get his big Condor Denoir bow mode, which looks awesome. Like, it actually looks like a bow. I love that. Like, this one actually does look like it's an actual bow, which I do like. And if you hit someone over the head with it, you do 8 attack damage. But next up we have Billy the Kid. who gets night vision as well and gets haste 2. Oops, I didn't mean to do that yet. But we get his gun in rifle mode, which, like I said, gets the cool extension on it and can be shot just like you would expect. But I do like Billy the Kid. He's pretty cool. He's one of my better forms Ghost got. And lastly for this, we get the Gon Saber and Hammer mode to go with Benkei. I'm just going to go with that right off the bat. Who gets the Hammer mode, which does look kind of stupid, but the Gon Saber and Hammer mode does 11 damage, so one of his stronger weapons. He does not get the speed buff, that's from lingering from Billy the Kid. He does get speed and strength too, because, well, he is the power form. But then we have Beethoven, who gets speed and haste. So yeah, overall pretty cool. I do like these forms. But next up, before we go into the rest of Ghosts, we're going to go into Kamen Rider Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to go into the rest of Ghosts. Because over here we have the Tokan Boost and its respective forms. So we got Tokan Boost, Goemon, Ryoma, Himiko, and we get his Sunglass Slasher, or whatever it's called. So, Henshin into Tokan Boost to get speed, strength 4, resistance 3, and invisibility. And the reason I'm going over all this, because Ghost was very bare bones last time I did the video, so it feels like I should go back over all this. And of course you get his Sunglass Slasher, which does 16 attack damage, so this is pretty dang powerful with that strength buff. And of course it has its gun mode, as you would expect, and it does change into the gun mode when you pull it back. So that's pretty cool. I do like this mode. Anyway, next up is Goemon, who gets speed, haste 2, strength 4, and resistance 3. The strength 4 might actually just be from the Tokan Boost undersuit, which, like in the show, you can use his basic icons for, which gives them boosted stats. So basically, just like in the show, you can use them as sort of as an upgrade. But anyway, next up we have Ryoma, who gets night vision, speed, strength 4, jump boost, resistance 3, and invisibility. Is this a wicked jump boost? No, it's just a normal jump boost. But, yep, Ryoma, who's one of my favorite forms. This is one of my favorite forms of Ghost. I just adore this form and how it looks. Anyway, Himiko, who gets night vision, speed, strength 4, regeneration 4, resistance 3, and of course invisibility. So, pretty cool. And I do like that they made this form in the show pretty strong. Like, this is his kind of magical, mystical form, which I do really like. Okay, got a little bit of lag, but the lag is not nearly as bad as it was before. Like, before, it was basically near unplayable. But before we move on, okay, sorry about that. There was a lag spike. The lag's not nearly as bad as it was. And it's just kind of in spikes, not just all the time like it was before. Anyway, next we are going to look at these, and I switched back into Oridamashi to show these off. We have EQ. Pythagoras, I think, belongs to Spectre. But Shakespeare, Nightingale, Santa Claus, Galileo, Kamehameha, Tenkatetsu, which I think is from the movie, the Special Ore Damashi Shinshigami, and Columbus. And I switched back into Ori, so these are not affected by the undersuit of the Tokan Boost. Anyway, first off we have EQ, which gives him speed, haste 2, jump boost 2, and invisibility, so pretty decent jump boost. Shakespeare, which gives you nausea 2 and speed 2. That's a joke on the mod creator's part, and he admits it because, well, a lot of people are bored by Shakespeare in school, so that was his justification. I liked Shakespeare, but then again, I'm an English major, so what you gonna do? Nightingale, who gets regeneration 2 and speed because, well, in real life she was a nurse. Santa Claus, who gets speed, instant health 2, saturation 2, and invisibility. So I think he's a bit harder to kill than the average rider in this mode. Galileo, who gets night visions, 2 speed, haste, and haste 2 and invisibility. Kamehameha, who gets night vision 2, speed, jump boost 2, and invisibility, and looks pretty cool. Not to be confused with Dragon Ball Z. This was actually a Hawaiian king. Tenkatetsu, which I think is from the movie. Yeah, this is his movie exclusive form, which gets night vision, speed, haste 3, strength 4, regeneration 3, resistance 3, and invisibility. Basically, the explanation with this is Ryoma and I think Nobunaga and another character another historical figure combine their powers into this form as an 11th hour superpower form. But anyway, the special Ore, which gives you not night vision, that's from the other thing, speed, jump boost 2, and invisibility. And Shinshigami, which is another Gestalt combination, that's what I call him anyway. I forget who it's with though. But speed, haste 3, strength 4, and resistance from this one. And lastly of these, we get Columbus, who gives night vision 2 and speed. So yeah, pretty cool. I do like that all these forms are added. But let's get them out of the way because there's stuff to look at. Because we now have to look at his Grateful Damashi as soon as this lag subsides. Yeah, we're getting some lag, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. Like, before the lag was borderline impossible. But next we have the Icon Driver G, which is crafted with the unfinished Icon Driver G, which uses Musashi, Edison, Robin Hood, Newton, Billy the Kid, Beethoven, Benki, Ryoma, and Goemon. And then you take that and craft it with Himiko, Nobunaga, Tutankhamun, Houdini, Sanzo, and Grimm, and you get the Grateful, the Icon Driver G, which lets you assume Grateful Damashi, which is one of my favorite forms. In all honesty, I personally feel like this should have been Ghost's final form. This should have been his super mode, in my opinion, because it just looks so much cooler than... I honestly think this is better than Infinity. I do feel like this is a better form than Infinity. I mean, Mugen. Sorry. And we're still getting lag, but it's still not as bad as it was before. It's at least playable. But he gets Night Vision 2, Speed 2, Regeneration 3, Strength 3, Regeneration 2, Resistance 3, Fire Resistant, and Invisibility. So yeah, Grateful Damashi, pretty dang powerful. But in the show, it was also pretty dang powerful. Okay, sorry about that, got another lag spike, but like I said, at least I can play this time. Anyway, that's Grateful. I might have to actually relog or something. Or it might be because I'm using a night vision form and I really shouldn't be. But anyway, last but not least for Ghost, we have Mugen. His super mode. Which... Oh, right, I'm wearing the Grateful suit. Whoops. Henshin into Mugen Damashi, which it does look cool. I just really think Grateful's a better form. But it gets Night Vision 2, Strength 4, Strength... Oh wait, the Night Vision 2 is from Grateful, sorry. Speed 4, Strength, Resistance, which I think is... These are that big Strength buff and that big resistance, bigger Resistance buff. And Invisibility. And one cool thing that I do approve of is the creator actually made it so you can use this with the icon. So if I take Billy the Kid here and transform into Billy the Kid, which I really shouldn't have flag worse. As you can see, I get the Mugen undersuit and also get the buffs on top of it. So I do feel that's a great thing, so. Like, really, thank you for that. I wish the show had done that. Surprisingly, they didn't. Anyway, that is all for Ghost himself. Now we are moving on to Spectre. By the way, Spectre is still crafted with the Blake icons, which are everything else is crafted as one would expect. But if I go into Ghost's form here and Henshin into Spectre, he gets the exact same base buffs as Ghost did, which makes sense because they are basically the same rider. And of course his Gongon hand weapon is available and does 10 damage. Doesn't have that big fancy texture like some of the other weapons do, but still looks pretty cool. I don't think the other forms are available at the moment, unless I'm mistaken. No, you've only got that form of it. Like, the Kuma mode's in here, but it does 13 damage, but it's untextured at the moment. So, yeah. Spectre's weapon's in here, but the others are not. I might have to log off and log back on, because that lag's kind of getting a little bad. But anyway, we do have his main icons, Tutankhamun, Nobunaga, and Houdini. Once again, this is the Benkei icons from Ghost. I just had to put it down there because there were so many icons to go through. But anyway, first we have Tutankhamun, one of my favorite forms he has, which looks pretty cool. Gives you speed and strength. I think the strength buff's the new thing. Nobunaga. Nobunaga here, which gives you... I'm sorry for the lag. I don't know why it's getting bad again. Still not nearly as bad as it was before, but still kind of... who gets... And Nobunaga gets night vision, speed, and jump boost. And no, it's not that insane jump boost that... no, it's not the insane jump boost Newton had. Houdini, who gets... not the night vision, that's from Nobunaga. Speed 3, Strength 2, Jump Boost, and Resistance 2, because this was like the mid-season upgrade form for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, because Houdini doesn't seem that inherently special. It might have been because he fused with a bike. But anyway, we also do have this last one I didn't show before, Pythagoras, which is his last normal icon I can show you. Pythagoras, who created the Pythagorean theorem. And you get speed and regeneration 2 from the Pythagoras icon, which is pretty cool. And that's all of Spectre's base icons. Now we move on to Deep Spectre and Shin Spectre, or Sin Spectre, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And we also get his Deep Slasher, which still uses the blank gamma icons and the blank icons and the Deep Spectre icon, but hinging into Deep Spectre, which I love this form. This is one of my favorite forms and worked as a nice super mode form. And you get speed 4 and resistance 3, and got a little bit of a lag spike there, not a major one. And of course you get his Sunglass Slasher, well, the Deep Slasher, which is identical to Ghost's. Does 17 damage, which I think his does 16, so a little stronger than Ghost, which makes sense because this is for a higher form. And as in the show, you can use the other icons on top of it, so that's pretty cool. Lastly, we have Sin Spectre, which is his version of Mugen, which honestly, in my opinion, looks a million times better. I like Mugen better than I like Ghost's thing. Sorry to anyone that's not into that. That likes Mugen better. I just think Sin Spectre looks a lot better. I prefer the concept of Ghost's Mugen form. I prefer the appearance of Sin Spectre. But anyway, as with Ghost, we get speed 4, strength, and resistance, and of course, like with Ghost, you can shift these over and use them with the Sin Spectre base suit. So that's pretty cool. But that's all that there is for Spectre, so we are moving on to the to the next rider, which it's kind of weird how this will work, but you'll see how it does in a second. We have Kamen Rider Necrom, who, of course, as I showed before, uses the blank gamma icon, and that to get you the Mega U-Loader, which if I zoom out here and shift into it, we get Kamen Rider Necrom, who gets speed, strength 2, and resistance. So like in the show, he's a little stronger than the two Ghost Rider using riders. Alright, sorry about that, got interrupted, but we're going to look at Necrom's weapon now, which is not in here. I think I actually put it in this chest. Yeah, there it is. The Gongon Catcher, which technically he got later on in the series, but I'm showing it off now. It is just a repaint in the show, a remold of the Gongon hand, But it does 14 attack damage, which is, I believe, a good bit more than what Spectre's does. Let's see, Spectre's does 10. So it is a more powerful version of Spectre's gun. I wish they'd given him something more like an actual super mode in the show itself, but what you gonna do? Anyway, let's look at his icons. He has two, the Grim Ghost icon and the Sanzo Ghost icon. Now he didn't use this one that much, unfortunately. But with Grim, you get this nice looking suit, and you get Night Vision, Speed 2, Strength 2, Regeneration 3, and Resistance 2. So yeah, he does come off as more powerful than Ghost and Spectre, at least at this stage, because, well, that was the kind of the point. In the show, he was stronger at them at this point, when he debuted. Then we have Sanzo, who I think actually does have something on the back worth seeing. Yeah, you can actually see the, one of the masks. He has 3 masks on him that represent the 3 characters from, or a few characters, maybe, from the book, Journey West, the one with Sun Wukong. Sorry, my mind was completely blank there. But next we have Sanzo. Alright, next we have, next we have Kamen Rider Necrom's other 2 icons, first of which being Grim. And I like Grim. Grim looks really cool. Didn't get used that much in the show, despite having some pretty cool abilities. But his abilities he gets are Night Vision, Speed 2, and ignore my dog in the background, she's being silly. Strength 2, Regeneration 3, Resistance 2. A few of these, of course, are the base ones, so I think you're getting the the Regeneration 3 and Night Vision out of this. But it is a cool feature, and I do like that he does come off as a bit stronger than the other 2. Anyway, next we have Sanzo, who does not get the Night Vision, that's still from Grim, but he does get Speed 2, Strength 2, Jump Boost, and Resistance 2. Is this that insane jump boost? Yes, he does get the insane jump boost. So yeah, you get the insane jump boost, and he actually does have something worth looking at on the back, and 1, it looks cool, and 2, he has one of the other masks. Like, he has a mask of the 3 characters from the name is escaping me at the moment, but it's the book with Sun Wukong that Sanzo is a part of. But yeah, it is pretty cool that he does have those on them, and he does have that insane jump boost like Newton, which is going to be very useful for traveling. But that's basically it for his base icons, so let's head over here and look at his super icon. He has one, which is Yojo Boost, Yojo Burst. And basically, this was from the Kamen Rider Spectre epilogue movie. And this is kind of his super mode, which looks awesome. Like, in the show, it looks a little wonky. In this, it looks awesome. And you get Speed 2, Strength 4, Resistance 3, and Invisibility. So not quite as strong as Ghost and Spectre's super modes, but still pretty strong. And I think maybe you can do this. Yes, it does give you a new base suit. So basically this works just like the others, and you can use it to get a new base suit that can stack buffs on it. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, next we have the movie-exclusive riders, which is Dark Ghost. Well, we're going to start with Dark Ghost, who does have his Dark Ghost icon, the Napoleon, the Darwin, which I think Normal Ghost also used, and the Extremo Driver, which is technically another rider altogether, and kind of a souped-up version of Ghost, the Grateful Damashi. But anyway, Henshin into Kamen Rider Dark Ghost, who looks pretty dang cool. Movie-exclusive repaints and, repaint riders, kind of weird, but Dark Ghost actually does look pretty intimidating with that white and purple color scheme. It does give him a bit more of an intimidating look. And you get Speed, Strength, Resistance 4, and Invisibility. Napoleon, who does look awesome. I love the Napoleon suit. The Napoleon suit looks just plain awesome. And does have some pretty cool features. Look on the back there too. And with this one, you get speed, strength, resistance for water, and water breathing. Not sure what Napoleon has to do with water breathing, but he has it. Next up, we have a Darwin, who does look awesome. I do like how the Darwin suit looks. It is just kind of cool. I like the shoulder pads, even though it's not as clear here what's going on with them. Most of them don't have really anything to look like on the back, so I didn't really do much with them. But speed, strength, regeneration 3, and resistance 4. Lastly, and I don't think this has any buffs yet, but we get the Extremer driver for Kamen Rider Extremer, which is basically his super mode. And yeah, pretty cool. No crafting recipe yet. Like, I think you craft Dark Ghosts with the blank icons around the Dark Ghost icon. And I didn't show it, but the Gangan Catcher is crafted with a Necrom icon and a Diamond Sword. So, nothing really yet, because, this guy has 100 ghost icons in the movie, so that's kind of hard to actually replicate. Nothing really back there except that. And he doesn't have his big I have wings with eyes in them mode, which is creepy. Like, that mode is genuinely creepy. But anyway, moving on. Next we have Kamen Rider Zero Spectre, who is not craftable yet. You cannot craft Zero Spectre yet. And he just has the Zero Spectre icon, nothing else. I won't spoil anything from the movie, though this guy there's a reason he's a repaint of Spectre. Okay, Henshin. And you get speed, strength, resistance 4, and invisibility, and he looks pretty cool. Like, it is a cool repaint of Spectre. Yes, it's just a repaint, but he still looks pretty cool. And in the show, it actually makes sense that he's a repaint of them, so I don't mind it as much as, we mind some things. There's certain repaint riders that actually make sense. But anyway, next we have the last set of riders for this, which is the Dark Necroms, which is weird because Necroms already was a Dark Rider at first, even though by the time this movie comes around, he's complicated. Spoilers. You need the blank Gamma Ghost icons and the respective icon for them. So we need these Proto-Omega U-Loaders, which is also what, what's his name? Igor uses to transform in the show itself. So, anyway, Henshin into Kamen Rider Necrom Red, who just gets speed 2. And Kamen Rider Necrom Blue, who they have identical stats. They're just where they look, the different colors are the only real difference. Kamen Rider Necrom Yellow, Dark Necrom Yellow, who's my favorite because yellow is my favorite color. And Kamen Rider Dark Necrom Pink, who actually showed up in the show for like 5 seconds. So, yep, those are the Dark Necroms. I'm not really sure I agree with, like, they're weak for what you have to go through to get them. But, really, these guys are just in here because they were in the movie. Which is basically why they were in the movie, is just to have them there, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Like, Ghost made some weird decisions at points. I don't really get the existence of the Dark Necroms. Then again, I haven't actually seen the movie yet in full, because I'm still watching through Ghost. Alright, and we do have one more thing, which actually has me excited. We have more mobs. We now have Ganma Commandos, who look pretty cool and are trying to escape. But basically, these are just use the same base coding as the Masquerade Dauphins. And if I grab this and kill it, it drops the icons. So now we just have another option. And for those wondering, yes, there are babies if I can get them to spawn. They also like to wander off. But yeah, we now have more mooks than just the Masquerade Dauphins. And one suggestion to the mod maker that might actually work out here. Maybe make these guys spawn a lot more abundantly in the Nether, since the Nether is kind of like Ganma World. So that would actually make a lot of sense. Or make them be able to come through Nether portals like zombie pigmen. Anyway, that's all there is for Ghost. I'm saying that's all there is, but there's like a ton for Ghost. So we're going to move on to the next rider.